The air hung heavy and still. It was the kind of stillness that felt like a held breath. Four friends, Max, Maya, Ben and Chloe, stood at the edge of a jungle, their faces a mix of excitement and apprehension. They were on holiday visiting Max's aunt, who lived on the edge of this vast and ancient forest. They had heard stories about it, whispers of strange creatures and forgotten temples. Now, with the afternoon sun dappling the leafy floor ahead, they were about to see for themselves. "You sure about this, Max?" Ben asked, his voice barely a whisper. Max, always up for an adventure, grinned. "Don't be a scaredy cat, Ben, it'll be fun." Chloe, her eyes sparkling with curiosity, nodded in agreement. "Come on, let's go explore." Together, they plunged into the jungle's emerald embrace. The sunlight, filtering through the dense canopy, created a mosaic of light and shadow on the forest floor. The air grew cooler, thick with the scent of damp earth and unknown blossoms. As they ventured deeper, the silence pressed in on them, broken only by the soft rustle of leaves under their feet. There was a strange energy about the place, a feeling that sent shivers down their spines. They pressed on, their initial excitement giving way to a growing unease. The jungle seemed to be watching them, its silence a living, breathing thing. The jungle grew darker and denser the deeper they went. The sunlight struggled to penetrate the thick canopy above, casting long, eerie shadows that danced and twisted around them. The air was heavy with humidity, and the silence was broken only by the occasional chirp of an unseen bird. "Do you hear that?" Maya whispered, her eyes wide with fear. A low growl seemed to vibrate through the air, sending a shiver down their spines. "It's probably just your imagination," Max said, trying to sound brave. But even he couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. They pushed on, their pace quickening as the shadows around them deepened. The jungle floor was littered with decaying leaves and fallen branches, making their progress slow and treacherous. The air was thick with the smell of damp earth and something else, something musky and unfamiliar. The growl came again, louder this time. There was no mistaking it now. Something was out there, something big and hungry. Chloe stumbled over a root, her eyes darting nervously around. "I want to go back," she whispered, her voice trembling, but it was too late. The jungle had them now. A terrifying roar ripped through the silence, echoing through the trees. The ground trembled beneath their feet. Chloe screamed, grabbing onto Ben's arm. Max and Maya exchanged terrified glances. There was no mistaking that sound. It was the roar of a dinosaur. They broke into a run, their hearts pounding in their chests. They could hear the heavy thud of footsteps behind them, gaining on them with every stride. Branches whipped at